to a new day again. Now it's time for our social topic, and we're talking about the births and registries, births and deaths registration. Now, I've had my own experiences within the country looking for my birth certificate. We won't get into that though. And just to let you know, yes, I was born in Ghana, 37 Military Hospital. But to assist me this morning in this particular discussion, we have Hajia Fulleri ED. She's the Deputy Metro Director of the Greater Accra Region of the Birth and Death Registry. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Tell us, what's the current state of the birth and death registries within Ghana?
What do you really mean by the current state?
Are we registering as many as we should on either side, births and deaths?
Yes, I think now the education has gone down very well.
Okay.
The response is very great. So we are okay.
Okay. What kind of percentage are we at the moment in regards to births? How many, what's the percentage of the nation that we've actually covered in regards to registering births?
Currently, we can boast of 60%.
60%?
Yes, registration.
Okay. And deaths?
And death is about 45% now.
45%, okay. What's your target?
For this year, I think we are targeting 80 to 85% coverage for the birth.
For birth.
And then the death is about 60%.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, in regards to your department, the registrations department, what is it that you actually do?
The registry exists to register all births and deaths that occur within the country.
Okay.
That is what we are in for.
All right. Now, let's start off with the birth registry. I was asking you this offset. If somebody wants to register the birth, what's the proper process that you need to go through? My child has been born, I need them registered.
Okay. Thanks a lot for that question. We normally depend on the child's weighing card. You know, when the child is born, either from the hospital at home, when the child goes for the first immunization, he or she is given a weighing card.
A weighing card.
So it is the duty of the parents to bring this weighing card to us in our various registries, at least a registry near your residence, wherever you decide or the parents choose to attend their weighing.
Yes.
So we are almost everywhere now. You get there, you come to us with a weighing card. Then the questioning starts from there.
Okay.
The child's name, the parents' name, what the parents do, and a whole lot of questions that will make us issue the birth certificate for you.
Okay.
So all what we need from a parent to register the child or the baby is the way of yours. Because the birth cert, we can say, or I can say, is the first document in your life for you to live on the earth with.
Yes.
Because it helps you get to school, that is to the child, the benefit to the child.
Mm-hmm.
Now when they are enrolling, the teachers normally ask for the child's birth certificate to get the right age.
That's right.
When the child completes school, he needs that certificate for a job or an employment. Because if you can see, currently when there's any recruitment, they start asking for the birth certificate. That is when you have the influx of this. There are no more babies as we term. They are now grown up speaking for jobs. Right. And the various agencies ask for your birth cert first to determine your age, whether you are qualified for that appointment.
Yeah.
And then the passport, maybe the visa. So there's nothing you can do on earth or even in Ghana without a birth certificate.
Right.
Therefore, if you don't register your child, you are doing him more harm than good.
What's the grace period? Is there a certain amount of time that you need to do your registration by?
Yeah. As a baby, your parents have up to 1 year to register you free of charge. For instance, if the child was born on the 5th March last year, he has up to 5th March this year to be registered. If the parents come on the 6th January, the child is already 1 year. So there comes the penalty.
Okay, which is how much?
The stipulated fee is 20 Ghana.
20 Ghana cedis. Mm-hmm. Okay, but prior to that, it is free.
Yeah, up to 1 year is free.
Okay.
But then apart from the fee, you have to go through some affidavits. The parents have to swear to affidavits telling us why that birth wasn't registered at the time you were born.
Okay. So like you said, I mean, having a birth certificate is very important. First off, to establish your age, where you were born, and to get other forms of identification that you may need. And also, it may help us actually get the correct age of some of our footballers.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about deaths. How do we register deaths?
Death occurs anywhere. It can occur anywhere.
Yes.
So when you come, at least you should have an evidence of death.
Okay.
If the person happened to die in the hospital, you bring us the doctor's report. That's the cause of death certificate.
Right.
That really tells us what might have killed that person, and then the place of death, the cause of death, like I earlier said. We need those before we can register the death. Of late, people come in having deaths occurring at home. We still need a doctor's cause of death. So we advise you to see the coroner for a postmortem. The coroner will instruct the doctors to perform the postmortem and then get us the cause of death before we can register you.
Okay.
It depends on where you are coming from. In some villages, you don't have the mortuary facility there.
That's right.
So it's a bit difficult to ask for the cause of death.
Yeah.
But we have some opinion leaders in the communities who seem to know everybody, or who seem to know whatever happens in that community and can bear witnesses.
Okay.
We at times accept on those grounds.
Okay. All right. Now, also, I want to find out what's the importance of registering some of these deaths as well, because afterwards there are various things that can happen if the death hasn't been registered. What happens?
There's a lot. For instance, assuming the person was a worker, I mean a civil servant, public servant, or any government appointee,
yes,
and then he dies, the surviving
family,
the nominees he had on his forms have to be paid whatever he left behind.
right?
Some might have had something in their accounts, or even they have their social security benefits to be enjoyed. You need this death certificate to make these claims, because that is the only proof that the person is really dead. So you need a death certificate. At times, some have to go in for scholarships and they tell you the parents are dead. You need that as an evidence.
Right.
People go to the embassies completing forms and stating deceased, blah, blah, blah. You need it. And then for us to establish the cause of death in that area, assuming area A, 5-10 people have died of a particular disease, nobody knows. But with the cause of death coming to us, and we intend submitting it to Kwalibu, the doctors or whosoever is in charge go into it to find out what is causing that type of disease in that community.
Okay, so they can do an analysis as
and
well.
then find remedy to it to prevent me and you from dying from.
Also, that's right. Okay, now when it comes to the population of our country, like you said, I mean, it does assist with being able to help with certain medical issues, but it also is a good way to tell exactly how many people we have in the country, and other sectors that we should be looking at in regards to health, education, and such. Now, is there any transformations happening in your department that we should be aware of? I.e., are you making any technological advancements? Are we looking at computerizing the department? Because I was telling you before, my experience at your head office wasn't too pleasant.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was an oversight on the officer's part.
So, I mean, are there any technological advances that will be coming soon?
Currently, we've gone computer. I don't know if I'm using the right word.
Going computer is fine.
Yeah. We've started computerizing all our documents.
Right.
For instance, what you do this month, the births you register this month are computerized. Right. So that in case, like you said, they couldn't find your entry in the register as at the time you were looking for yours.
That's right.
Now that everything has been computerized, you just click your name, your date of birth, and then it comes out.
And they can just
issue and print it out for you. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That is if it has been registered or if it has been entered and computerized. Unlike formerly, when we only depended on the registers. There are some of the registers that are really torn. Some have been sent for binding and haven't yet been brought to the shelves. Therefore, tracing becomes difficult. But with the computers available, all you have to do is provide us with your name, your date of birth. And I think our men, they are very good. Within some few minutes, we have it.
Wonderful stuff. Okay, so just to reiterate and just to make sure that everybody is doing the right thing, yes, please give us the process once more. of registering a birth and a death?
I think I'll tackle the birth first, since we are born before we die.
Please.
If a baby is to be registered, it is the parents who have to come and then register, or anybody who has knowledge about that child's birth. You come with the weighing card, you answer our questions: the name of the child, the date, the parents' name, the father's occupation, the place of birth, that's the place of occurrence.
Yes.
Then we'll do all this, we'll take all this information, enter into register, then issue you with the birth certificate. Issue the parents with the birth certificate.
Yes.
Either of the parents could be an informant, or the person talking to you, the person giving the information to you at that time, which means the person has a lot of knowledge concerning that child that is being registered.
That's right.
We'll accept that.
Okay.
And then the certificate is issued for you, and then you go.
Right.
And if you are above 1 year, that is where the trouble starts. And the school-going age groups, employment-seeking groups, they are those coming up now. Mm-hmm. For instance, someone might be registered during birth. Maybe the parents are dead, or even the certificate has been misplaced. So he decides to come and says, I want, this time he's coming himself instead of the parents coming.
That's right.
We'll have a few cases when parents come trying to apply for birth cert for their grown-up children.
Yeah.
So you ask him, were you registered? He says no. Some might even know that they were registered, but for the purpose of what he needs it for, he decides to change the date of birth. Meanwhile, which is against our law, because we are registering twice.
That's right.
Everybody was born once and therefore must be registered once. Yeah. So if you come with your army requiring age, we'll register, because we are not magicians to know what you are telling us. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and register. And then he goes away. If he's not recruited this year, next year he comes with another age, reducing to suit the requirement.
Yes.
Meanwhile, now the computer, when you come, will catch you.
Right. Because
everything is in it. So if you can change the date of birth, you can't change your name. You might not change your parents' name. There must automatically be something that is telling us that you've already been registered. And I will tell you, my friend, we've registered already, so you don't need another birth set.
So you'll be also catching the ones that are trying to
change their age.
Infiltrate the system.
Yes, okay. But there's one thing we forget to know. Mm-hmm. You can change your age to suit you, but your body will be telling you that.
I like that.
Yeah, your body will be telling you that, hey, you are more than that age.
Footballers, you should watch out for that one. Yeah.
And even medically, when you go to a hospital and then you give a wrong age, the dosage goes against you.
That's right.
Because we are presenting with that age on your health insurance then.
Yeah.
And I think their drugs are given
per age.
Yeah. So you'll be doing yourself some harm.
Okay.
So our advice here that everybody should maintain his or her
and be
age.
Very truthful.
And be very truthful.
Yeah.
At times they change their ages when it's time for them to go on retirement. Meanwhile, your body is telling you that, my friend, you are tired. So we don't do double registration.
Okay.
Some are even triple now, but still we'll get them.
Wow. Mm-hmm. All right. I want to say a big thank you for you coming in this morning and educating us more about the births and registries here in Ghana. This has been Haja Fulleri Idi. She's a deputy Fulera Idi. She's the deputy metro director of the Greater Accra Region Birth and Death Registry. Thank you very much for coming in this morning. And for those of you out there who are going to register the births of your children, please do so before the 1 year. And also the ones who pass away, let's also make sure we register them. And please be truthful. No more football age. We'll be back.